Okay. I'm not here to supervise you, so behave yourselves. Goodbye.
Oh. Hi, Jackie.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Fireside Chat. I'm Bree.
I'm Mike.
And this is Fracture Compass. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
So, today we are going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights. Let's talk about it. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. Trust me, don't think we don't know what's going on just because we haven't talked about it. We know what's going on. But let's get into Halloween. And first and foremost, though, what did you do this weekend?
Well, I went to the like a Fairhaven cemetery tour. It was like a history tour, and it was at night. So you had these lanterns, and you were kind of just like learning about the lore, and it was creepy, but it was actually a very beautiful memorial park.
Was it?
Absolutely beautiful. And we went into this mausoleum, and they gave you like little like fake candles, and you can just kind of like go around and see just all the urns and the ashes. So it was actually it was fun. It was a little creepy, you know, but that's why I went. So it was a good time.
The pictures looked really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
Of what you guys did.
It was surprisingly very peaceful, and I didn't think it was going to be that way. But like I want to go and visit during the day, and just because there's so many people that are buried there from like the 1920s, the 30s, the 40s, and just a lot of soldiers, a lot of celebrities that I would have never have known were at Fairhaven Cemetery, or should I say Memorial Park.
Okay.
So.
And that's in Orange County, I think?
Yeah, it's like borderline Santa Ana, and you can get those tours through Haunted Orange County, and they do like Black Star Canyon, they do the Santa Ana downtown area. This one was the Fairhaven Cemetery tour, and it was really fun.
I think we should at least go together and do the Black Star one.
I'm kind of nervous on that one.
I just want to do it.
I know.
Let's do it.
I hear the guide is really fun.
Let's go.
But you go at night, and I just hear horrible things about Black Star Canyon.
There is horrible things about Black Star Canyon, and that's why I think we should do it. We should do it. You bring your camera, I'll bring mine, and then we'll collab on that. It'll be great.
Nerve-wracking. Okay, so what did you do this weekend?
So hey.
I'm petting her calmly.
Calm. I know, but she's getting all crazy. She just loves you. I know. So this weekend, Saturday, I went to Emmanuel Church up in LA and did Ghouls Day Out. It was really cool. There was you know, your vendor area, and then you had basically the sanctuary experience where you paid money and you went inside, and they had different cosplayers, like famous cosplayers that showed up. They had different celebrity. You
know what's crazy is that I saw you guys on TikTok. Had like 60,000 likes, and I was just scrolling through my For You page, and then there was Jackie in her outfit, and then I saw you in the background. Oh. It was like a collage that had music to it. And I was like, oh my gosh, there you guys are. I don't even know. Also, did you guys see Bree's GQ picture?
There's my G. I'll put it up right here. Yeah. Woo! But woo! Stop it. But there was like different celebrities meetings, or say like visits. And then you had Tormented Society, which showed up, and they were kind of in the sanctuary, and then they actually went out to the vending area and did some walk around there. So that was really cool because they just didn't stay in that one area. They were walking all around. But it was a really, really cool place, and that is cool. Where My Chemical Romance filmed the music video, Helena.
And it was such a beautiful church.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. It is literally a Gothic cathedral that must have been built eons ago. By eons, I mean probably like 100 years ago. But
it's like the perfect filming area for My Chemical Romance. Like,
it was amazing. It was
chef's
amazing.
Kiss.
So of course everybody was wearing black and red. Of course I was as well, and my father went with me, and he was wearing black and red as well because I told him to. Yeah. But
you guys look great.
That was fun. Anyways, but let's get to it. Let's start with what's going on. So right now, if you go into Universal Studios and you start to seek out those maze areas, you're going to see the typical maze areas. You're going to see the Parisian Square has a maze going up. The Mummy Queue, obviously, the extended Mummy Queue has the maze going up. Waterworld Queue, and then you also have I guess it's the Curious George parking lot, but it's technically like when you come out of Fast and the Furious area of the tram and you're going back to the unloading zone.
Yep.
It's right there. And am I mistaken? That's where Us was and Pandora was last year, or is that different?
I think Us was in a different area. I think where that construction of that maze is happening has never, at least from the years I've been, has never been in that area before.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think we've seen a maze there because the maze I think was where they do maintenance on the trams on the other side of the street. I think that's where Pandora's Box and Us was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember walking up a ramp to get into Us, and I know that was a permanent ramp, so I know it must have been a permanent building.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Because I was a little confused when I was looking at things the other day, and I was just kind of like, has 2 mazes ever been there before? And I'm like, I just don't think so, because they kept a lot of tram stuff over there. Just kind of, it was like a storage area. But now we definitely have 2 buildings that are set up in there. You guys want to look at that? You probably can go on some other videos and check that out.
Yeah.
But let's talk about, because as I was looking at things, I was like, wow, we skipped a year.
Yeah.
We skipped a year. And so I was looking back on the mazes of 2019, and I'm all like, do I still feel the same way about the mazes where I was kind of jaded? And now I'm kind of like, oh, I just want something to happen. And the answer is yes. No. But no.
Affirmative.
But no, there were some where I'm looking at it now that I might have lagged, like last year, 2019, and I'm like, no, it was actually like a pretty good maze, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but, I mean, Stranger Things, seasons 2 and 3, I still felt underwhelmed by it, looking back on it.
I did too. It was a very dark maze. And again, like we said, that was a dark season. So it's okay. It's understandable. But it was just, for me, it was just lacking, like, the love.
It was lacking when we went into season 3, because when they decided to merge that thing, I was looking for the vibrancy.
Well, and season 3 was, like, basked in neon lights, and it was just such a summer thrill ride.
And that was not the case that they did it, but who knows? And now they don't have Stranger Things to go on.
Yeah, well, they could if they wanted do a full season 3 maze, but I personally don't think they're going to.
I don't think so either. So that soundstage is now open.
Well, and maybe
unless they might just keep something in there, I don't know.
And we're thinking, well, actually, we don't want to speculate, but I think it's okay to maybe toss out an idea. Universal, do a Haunting on Hill House maze. Do it. Just do it.
You think that would be a good place to put it in there? Put it in a soundstage?
I think so.
Or outside?
I feel like probably in a soundstage would be better. I don't think did you watch The Haunting on Hill House?
I was in and out, of course. Horror. I get a little sketchy about what I'm watching when I'm horror because I just go to bed with nightmares. And that's so weird. I know you guys, that's so weird.
I'm so jaded. I watch horror movies to bed. I put on I'll put on Hereditary and just fall asleep peacefully.
Oh my god.
I don't know why.
I'm like, how do you like Halloween but you don't like horror? I don't, I get scared.
Actually, don't let that fool you. She took Insidious like a boss. We were watching Insidious and she was like, it wasn't that bad. But I think we watched The Conjuring because I was like, all right, we need to up the ante and we need to show her something really scary. And I think The Conjuring was a little...
It was a little freaky.
Yeah.
It was a little freaky because I had to do more with... I know that there's a demon in Insidious as well, but I don't know, it was just different. Like, when I saw the mom, turn and her eyes are yellow, I was like, oh no! I was like, she's gone!
No.
And the fact that, she just took the kids, that's the thing. You never know, he could be demon-possessed right now. I just, sitting in this room and I trust Mike. And then he just turns on me. That's the thing. You trust the mom and the kids went off with the mom and then, she's gonna freaking, stab him with scissors or something.
That's
some Us
how
stuff.
they get you.
Oh my god. Anyways, that was my issue.
But you do okay.
Yeah, but now, The Conjuring 3 is coming out. And I'm all... I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be that good.
I don't
know.
I don't know. It might be, it might not be. I might go see it with you guys and just cry and...
But we need to watch The Conjuring 2.
Oh, facts.
But The Conjuring 2 doesn't even have a demon in it. It's not demonic anything. Well, I guess there is a demon in it, but it's more about...
Riley.
The Conjuring 2, actually, though, doesn't...
Jesus Christ. Okay.
The Conjuring 2 is more about the Enfield poltergeist. It's about a poltergeist.
Okay.
Because the Warrens didn't only cover demonic cases.
Well, yeah. I mean, we would go to everything.
Yeah, so I think The Conjuring 2 is not going to be as intense for you at all.
Okay. So we'll see. So the S maze, I, again, didn't care so much about the S maze. I can appreciate the fact that that plot twist is there and it is very good writing, but when it comes down to it, I just don't want to see people stab with scissors and stuff like that. I can't do slasher films.
Well, I'm on the opposite of that opinion. I was very surprised by the Us maze. I actually went in with very low expectations because I was like, I think this is just like a cash grab. Universal released the movie and now they just want to make a maze. But they put an effort into that maze and I was surprisingly okay with it.
It was freaky. It was freaky.
Was it the best maze of 2019? Absolutely not. But it wasn't terrible. And I really liked that there weren't that many black rooms.
No, yeah, and that was something that did change from 2018 to 2019, is that we did really see a step up in that black wall game where things transitioned more smoothly and there was scenes put in that instead of just a black wall.
Yeah, and there are going to be black walls. I think there are going to be black walls probably in 2021.
Yeah.
But we're enjoying the decrease in them for sure.
Yeah, I love it. Ghostbusters was a fun maze to go through if you had that nostalgia and you grew up with Ghostbusters like I did. That was fun. Frankenstein meets Wolfman.
Scary.
Hands down. Like, I love creature features, so hands down, that is something that I would like to see move forward. Now they have Bride of Frankenstein in Orlando. Are we going to see something come over here 2021?
So I was telling Bree, you know how they've been doing like a new Halloween maze every year? They did Halloween, then Halloween 2, then they skipped to Halloween 4. I really hope that they do that with Universal Monsters, where they'll do like Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, Universal Monsters. Now they're doing Bride of Frankenstein, and hopefully, if everything works out in the future, there could be a Creature from the Black Lagoon maze. Because, hear me out, I know that I always talk about Creature from the Black Lagoon, but don't you guys think that that would be a very beautiful maze if they put a lot of effort into it?
It would be gorgeous.
A gorgeous maze.
And it would need to be accurately pulled off because you have water. But I mean, you could literally I feel like you could literally walk in and you're in the jungle, and then you walk through the boat, and then and then all of a sudden you could make a scene where the underground caverns where he takes the woman,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just saying. There's your maze.
There's your maze. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
But I here, just calm. We're just being calm, Riley.
Riley.
We're just calm.
Riley.
Hi, Mama. Hi, sweetie.
She's, just
Nibbles.
loves him so much.
Nibbles. But I think that I think a Creature maze would be fantastic. I think it'll probably, knowing my luck and knowing just how Universal operates, it'll be the last of the Universal monsters to be showcased. Okay. So speaking of Universal Orlando, we do know for Orlando, Beetlejuice House was confirmed, and they actually let season pass holders go through the maze last year. It looked incredible. And I feel like that's a very good indicator. Can't confirm it, and I know we don't want to speculate.
We don't, but
that Beetlejuice is very much possibly in the cards for this year, and I feel like that would be a great maze.
I think the merchandise is just going to fly off the shelves.
Oh, you can totally buy one of those caps with Beetlejuice hair,
Everything, or the cart was that carousel thing he had, and
Step right up. And that's I think Jackie said it really well. That would be this year's fun maze. They had Ghostbusters, they had This Is the End. They have those just mazes that are kind of not too scary. And I feel like Beetlejuice could be really scary, but I don't think that I would be scared going through it, because I just love that movie so much that it would just be I grew up on it, so.
Yeah, we all did, and we even some of those scary characters, because they had a comedic edge to them, would be, you'd just be oh look, it's the guy that burned himself to death smoking, and then,
Oh, and going through the Like the office with all the dead people
yeah.
would be such a cool scene.
It's all blacklit. You know what? Most of it's blacklit.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if you walked through it, it would just be like glowing skeletons.
Or like the hallways that are like checkerboard and they're just like misshaped. You know what I'm talking about?
Do you know what would be really cool? And I know this is probably just a big old safety issue, but I'm putting it out there because I haven't seen the walkthrough or if there was anything leaked over in Florida.
I've seen it, so I can confirm for you.
Okay, but we could bring it over here. Just saying. That the guy that got ran over and he like goes through.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you could literally be walking through a hallway and like somebody could like, you know, press a button or whatever and it just goes like right past you and he's like, I swear, I would love it to go past you, but I know that would be a huge issue.
Oh, there's ways that it could be done.
I don't know.
I feel like it could be done safely.
Yeah.
I mean, look at The Exorcist. There's so many things that I was thinking like, I don't know how they're gonna do that, and then they did it. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm just saying, put it out there.
So yeah, I mean, so we can confirm for sure that we're seeing things behind Waterworld. We're seeing things behind the Mummy Queue. We're seeing things in the tram location. Mm-hmm. I personally have not seen anything behind the Jurassic Park queue, and I know that that is a very popular area to do a maze. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe because 2019, were they still doing construction on Jurassic World? And that's why? Or was it open?
No, it was open by 2019 because we went on it.
Right. Oh, did we?
Yeah, pre-pandemic. I know it's changed now, but yeah, it was already open because we kept going and like seeing it. I honestly think that Nintendo World is probably affecting that area because
you're right.
It is absolutely right there. So it's probably backed right up there. And 2020, everything kind of stopped. I thought they would, because I feel like they would have been done with Nintendo by now, but they are very much not.
Well, and they are moving right along.
They're moving steady.
But
now,
it's been a while.
But it's been a while. So
I got to look inside the building because when I was going on a tour, they left the show building for that on the when you're looking at Nintendo World on the right hand side, that big show building that's 2 stories, 3 stories. They left some of the doors open, and I was walking by and I saw all kinds of stuff in there. I don't want to give it away, but it definitely looks practical.
you're like, oh,
I'm all yay.
My biggest surprise was one time they left the show building open over on the side of Transformers, where basically Stranger Things 2 is, or Stranger Things 2, the normal maze, Stranger Things maze, but they left the building open, the soundstage open, where the original Phantom of the Opera was filmed, and because those sets are still in there because they don't want to take them down, I could see the opera boxes like in there, and I freaked out. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I've never seen it. It's always said that they're there, and I've never seen it, and I only saw it once. And it was like, oh my god, like 15 years ago? It's crazy. Anyways, what else was down on the lower lot? We had Creepshow was down at the lower lot of 2019. If you're a fan of Creepshow, then you got it. I wasn't, so that was kind of that maze where I was kind of like but I know like what's the main guy's name? Creepshow guy, the crypt
keeper guy? No, that's Tales of the Crypt.
That's Tales from the Crypt. I know who the crypt keeper is. I actually watched those.
It's just a comic.
It's just a guy. Okay.
It's just a
I know it's a comic, but I didn't know if the actual like host like the
you're talking about the TV show. The TV show, there is a crypt host. I mean, I don't know. I've seen all the Creep shows, and I actually watched season 1 of Creep Show that some of the maze is based off of, but I like immediately forgot it. Like it didn't retain in my brain. Like I was like, it was okay, and then like all of it left, and so I guess it means that I just didn't really think it was that special or good. So I was okay. I Creep Show was just to me.
It was what it was. I thought the facade was cool, but other than that, I was like, House of 1,000 Corpses.
Surprisingly, I thought that was a detailed maze.
It was a very detailed maze. I will give you that. I am not a fan of, again, stuff like that. So
Rob Zombie's gnarly.
Yeah, it's a little bit much. But for what it was, like it was cool. But I love Rob Zombie. That's the thing. Is like I love Rob Zombie and I love his music. Everything.
His movies are a little different.
But his movies are a little different, and I was all okay. And then Curse of Pandora. These original mazes. Curse of Pandora, and let's also loop Holidays in Hell. I don't think Holidays in Hell is going to come back because it was a scare zone and then it evolved to that maze, and it was a really, really good maze. I loved it. I loved Pandora and I loved that concept, and I think they could go further with it. But if they had original mazes, what new original mazes would you guys like to see? Let us know in the comments down below, because if any of those come back, if they don't come back, if they evolve them, or if they try completely new concepts like Graveyard Games over in Orlando 2019, which was like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Great maze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what? Last one of these. Here's the question, kids. Here's the question.
Children.
Walking Dead. Is the maze still standing in the background?
I do not know. That is a good question. I don't think it is. I really don't. Now, I could be completely wrong, but where the exit originally was, I think is now a Starbucks.
Okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Please correct me.
And looking at some things, it looks like the entrance kind of still exists.
It does. It does. There's still like an archway. It says something else now, and I don't even remember what it says. And there is something back there. So, I mean, it is a lot of space. You never know. It very well could be. I feel like that would be great use of a maze. But would they just open it up if the Walking Dead maze still stood? Because we don't know what they did back there. Mm-hmm. And you can also start the maze like at the entrance to make it longer, because just my opinion, the Walking Dead maze was like 90% line, 10% walkthrough.
Right, and it was. So that's a lot of space.
Right, like the opening part where like you're going in the hospital, great, super detailed. That should have been part of the maze, you know, because there was such a big room that you had to like wait in. Just my opinion. You should have started earlier, I think.
I think that a lot of theme parks nowadays, i.e. say Knott's, you don't see mazes out in the area when you go to Knott's. Oh my god.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
Okay.
Dear, dear.
You don't see mazes when you go to Knott's. They're very much hidden, or they're in the back.
Unless you go on the Sky Cabin.
Unless you go on the Sky Cabin or the train. But again, that's a back area. That's not something that you're just walking around and you're like, oh, maze. You know, Parisian Square is in the middle. You know, it's right there. So you know, obviously it's blocked off. Even though it's in that area, you can't go through that area anymore. So is that a space that they went, maybe we don't need this for the Secret Life of Pets ride. Let's just keep it kind of tucked away, like in the background. Is the Walking Dead maze just in there still, and they would just open it up as a Walking Dead maze again? Or I know.
Audible, ugh.
Or would they just keep that and turn it into something next year? Because I don't think we're going to see... I'm hoping that there are going to be events this year. I do, but I think that everybody is just holding those cards so close to their chest. And right now in May, Monsterpalooza should have been happening. And last year, or I keep saying last year, you guys, 2019, Monsterpalooza is where Universal, John Murdy came out and made the Holidays in Hell announcement, and we were there.
Yes, we were.
So I think everybody's just like, what is going to happen? And I'm just saying, stay steady, California. Just stay steady.
Don't mess it up.
Just stay safe, because I just think everybody is so afraid. Now, is everybody starting to construct and starting to work? Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the goal right now is definitely, it's happening. But that could change. If there's anything that 2020 has taught us, it can change like that. That was a crisp snap.
Excellent.
Did you hear that? Let's see if I can recreate that. Oh no, not the same. That was a Thanos snap.
Yeah, it was.
Ooh.
I'm going away.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway. But I think everybody is just holding it so close. Knott's has put out the add-on for It's Not Scary Farm passes, but everybody's just kind of like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think nobody wants to jinx it, you know?
Agreed.
Like, but I'm just saying, man, stay steady, guys. Stay safe, stay clean. Like, there are other states that are going through third waves right now, so that's not something that we want. We want to move forward, and we want to continue getting better, and we want to continue doing the events and going to things like Ghouls Day Out, like like history tours and things like that. And that's all gonna go away if anything changes. But man, we should have had first announcements by now. We should have had not so much other things, but definitely Universal. They love to put stuff out, and Universal put out a tweet the other day. That was the Bonesy Brothers picture, and I was like,
oh, I was thinking of something else.
were you?
There was an alien
something
tweet.
more recent?
No, this was actually kind of a little while ago. I think it was back in April, and it was
okay.
in something, No One Can Hear You Scream, which is an obvious play off of the Alien tagline.
Right.
And I was like, are they doing an alien maze? But then I thought to myself, like, I think we're just getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, that's also another thing too that we kind of want to talk to you guys about, is that we are not going to be speculating as much on this channel as we were. I think we're more just looking at the facts. When there's an announcement, let's talk about the announcement. We are going to be looking at construction when we can and when we visit the parks, and we'll definitely show you guys that. But you know, I think the speculating is fun when it's left up to you guys.
Absolutely.
So please, in the comments, let us know what you guys are looking forward to seeing at Halloween Horror Nights this year. We love to read it. And you guys actually have some really good suggestions and ideas. So you guys are the star right here.
That's right.
That's you. But we want to thank you guys very much for following along on this video. We love reporting on Halloween, and it feels nice to get back into the swing of things.
It does. Let's
So
continue moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very steady. Hopefully things just work out this year, and it's looking good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about it.
I am too.
So thank you guys very much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you guys haven't, and always be ready.
Because you never know where your compass will take you.